Good morning, guys. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel where we discuss South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. I'm bringing you the most shocking news, but that is not shocking to many South Africans, because as people on the ground, who are not living the fancy life that other people are living, we know these things happen every day. There is no shock there. But what is shocking even to me is that Chidimma was participating in the Miss SA, and somebody would say she didn't know about what the mother did or her parents did in acquiring her identity. But I would say also she was not there when this thing was happening, because she was a baby. All this was being done by the parents. But now we are an adult, and for you to get an ID, you first start with the birth certificate. When you see your birth certificate is not matching your mother's name, you start asking questions. She's an adult now. I think she is informed about this information. She knows something about this information, which is why now it makes her a bit less innocent in this whole thing. So the Home Office has released a statement. I'm going to put it towards the end of my commentary. So this is somebody whom many South Africans said, no, this is not it. No, investigate. So all sorts of names were being given to South Africans, xenophobes or Afrophobes. I do understand when those words are coming from people that are not South Africans, but we have seen even the most prominent people. I am not talking about celebrities. I'm yet going to do a video on celebrities on this issue. I'm talking about people like Advocate Chidimma. She was there too, defending Chidimma, saying no, but she is South African. South Africans were like, no, we don't dispute the ID, but something is amiss. Not because we are talking about maybe the face is not South African and all of that, because this is somebody that is not embracing. That is where other people are saying, no, she knew as well, because she was not embracing the South African culture. Even on her social media platforms, there was nothing that says she loves South Africa. There's something of hers that links her to South Africa, that love of your mother's side. There was nothing like that. So people started being suspicious. So now prominent people were supporting her. So many things. Even South Africans were calling, the people who were calling for the inquiry into a legitimacy of Chidimma's identity, saying you Afrophobes, you are whatever. And now, this is not about the Chidimma case only. Somebody's identity was stolen, and she could not register her child. You're going to hear yourself in the video that in the voice note that of the statement that the minister made. Somebody couldn't register their own child. Somebody's identity was stolen for the past 23 years. Do you understand? And people are going to be arrested, mostly South African officials. When we talk about this thing, it's a broad syndicate. It has South Africans inside, because it is South Africans that have access to the systems of South Africa that they are selling out. You see, this thing, it is so broad. I don't know why they persisted on Chidimma being in Miss South Africa, knowing very well that their facts are not right. So you ask yourself, what were they thinking is going to happen? It is because they knew that the South Africa before the GNU things were not being done. You would complain, nothing would happen. And now we have a different government in place who is trying to prove its power, that we get things done. We listen to the people. We follow the footsteps of maybe the paper trail or whatever that they are doing. So what I'm saying is, Chidimma was not supposed to have forced things. That is where my story is. If you know your story is not together like that, why did you push? What were you believing is going to happen? Who were you trusting as this family that no, they are going to handle it, nothing will happen to Chidimma? I would have dropped the ball long time ago and said, you know what, I can't take this emotional stress. But why did they force things? I do not blame Chidimma on her acquiring the birth certificate because she was a baby. But now as an adult, she knew. She knew. So why are you putting yourself through that? Why? What were you hoping is going to happen? So please do listen to the Minister of Home Affairs making the statements. You'll hear the facts that he's saying there. So please do listen, then I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
An ongoing investigation by Home Affairs has found prima facie indications of fraud committed by Chidimma ADETSHINA's mother. The Department of Home Affairs herewith provides an update on the ongoing investigation into the citizenship of Miss Chidimma ADETSHINA, a contestant in the upcoming Miss SA event. The reason for the ongoing nature of the investigation is that its scope has broadened since the original request received from the organizers of Miss SA based on the information uncovered by Home Affairs investigators thus far. The department nonetheless provides this update to the public based on that official request and consent. We will provide a final update once the investigation is concluded. Upon receiving the request for investigation, the department deployed every resource at its disposal to establish the truth. This has included archival research, visits to hospitals, and site visits to verify information. From the information we have uncovered thus far, the Department of Home Affairs can indicate that prima facie reasons exist to believe that fraud and identity theft may have been committed by the person recorded in Home Affairs records as Chidimma ADETSHINA's mother. ADETSHINA herself could not have participated in the alleged unlawful actions of her mother, as she was an infant at the time when the activities took place in 2001. An innocent South African mother, whose identity may have been stolen as part of the alleged fraud, suffered as a result because she could not register her child. The department has broadened its investigation to identify and pursue any officials involved in the alleged scheme and is obtaining legal advice on the implications of the alleged fraudulent activity on ADETSHINA's citizenship status. And finally, upon the completion of the investigation, Home Affairs intends to press criminal charges and convict all implicated parties.
Now, the parent that suffered that could not register her child, you only imagine what happened to that child. Did they go to school? What life are they living? What did they finally do about that? Because somebody stole their identity 23 years ago. And there are many of these cases and they are still happening up to this day. So this is just not about Chidimma. This is not about Miss SA. This is something that is broad. You see, they say the investigation has broadened because it has different elements now. So it was really right from the beginning, not exactly about Chidimma, but wanting to find out how did she acquire the citizenship, because the people on the ground, unlike the celebrities and those prominent people that are here, that are South Africans, we see these things on a daily basis. We see it, but you know what? You cannot do much when you know that nothing will be done at the end of the day. So this is where we are now. Chidimma won't be participating in the Miss SA due to fraudulent, due to the ID being acquired fraudulently. So whatever your thoughts are, as always, see you in the comment section. Sometimes I do get a chance to respond, sometimes I don't, but I really do appreciate your comments and I really appreciate you watching my videos. So guys, do have a lovely Thursday.